our live Security Halt podcast with arguably our most important guest we've ever had, the one and only Sergeant Mac. Well, now it's
in his fucking sex dungeon of
Mr.
a bed.
Mac. Yeah, it does look like you're in a bit of a sex dungeon.
50 fucking shades of Mac behind him.
No, don't worry. Video will not be recorded yet. Only if you subscribe to our OnlyFans. If you want to see Mac naked,
Straight,
you gotta pay for it.
Who has seen Mac naked? Oh, wait, what?
Pearl embroidery.
Those aren't pearls, Gregory.
If you haven't seen Mac naked, you didn't want that promotion bad enough.
So legitimately, I used to get out of details by offering this man a cigarette.
Under me, so what? Yeah. Literally under me.
You know
you
what
gotta know how to play the game.
Strobel, bend thy knee. Well, both actually.
Take a knee. Take a knee. I mean, you know what to do.
It puts a whole new swing on security halts.
That's where Paul got the idea years and years ago.
Yes.
To talk through the trauma of that day.
Yeah. Talk my pain out. Talk my pain out. It burns when I pee out my butt.
Sorry, buddy.
I clearly wasn't the only one.
No. You came the first platoon. You had... You know, the sad thing is, I think that's actually a thing now in today's army.
Well, probably in today's army. Good old Biden.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm sorry. We're not supposed to get political, right?
Oh, no. We get very, very political.
We get very political.
Oh, yeah. I've been out for 18 months, man. I got no UCMJ abilities on me, so.
Oh, man.
You said you couldn't smoke.
Suck that little white thing down. It's not the first time I've seen you do it.
Hey, Greg, take a deep breath. I want to hear that popcorn lung.
Greg's just getting ready for the Russian robot revolution.
Yeah. I'll earn my place.
Come here and prime your robot overlord's wiener.
I can prime a fuel pump like a champ, son.
Oh, man. Well, at least we're not in Ukraine.
Could be, though.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Not with this president.
No. The way things are going, we're going to call them and give them a heads up.
Give them an ultimatum.
Thinking about taking action.
If you don't join Russia.
Hey, listen here, guy.
News media is just going to one day be like, hey, how's everybody doing in the United Russians Federation?
Das Vidanya, comrades, today.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we just told Ukraine this comforting thing. We will respond in every way if Russia invades Ukraine. Does that mean we're going to help the Russians? Because technically every way.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're going to sell weapons to them. We're going to lead the insurgency.
Like, I have no doubt. They'd just be like, oh, no, let them come in. They're not like the old days. I talked to them on YouTube. It was fine.
They're just gonna TikTok dance their way right in and take over shit.
They're going to say Ukraine voted for this. And America's going to be like, look, we use your same ballot system. And our leaders are like, yeah, no problems there. That's totally accurate.
We used your system.
Must be what they want. Like
Putin is the most popular guy in Ukraine by a long shot. I mean, look at that. Look at the results. I mean, shit, you're right. Who counted those ballots?
And don't worry, there weren't any monitors, just like our election.
Oh, man. It's good to have you on, Mac. Now that you're 100% transitioned out, we would like to pick your brain on all the things that you went through, all the lessons learned, everything about properly preparing yourself for retirement. Because I know a lot of guys that it just hits them in the ass, and then they're like, it only takes 2 weeks. I'll get it all done.
Yeah. Yeah, that is exactly what people who haven't retired will tell you. Like my sergeant major, my first sergeant, they're all like, Oh, no, you'll have plenty of time, man. Don't worry about the 6-month thing. Oh, no. Just keep on working till the day you leave. And me being a dumbass, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll just keep working till the day I leave. I mean, I'm on 2 weeks and off 2 weeks. It'll be fine. And then I got to that 6-month mark and I was like, fuck, there's so much shit I've got to do. I was like, I'm about to go start the rest of my life and I have done nothing.
Yeah. It's a pretty robust list of shit that you got to do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I almost said SFL tap. I almost dated myself right there. Sorry. Soldier for life. By the way, that'll make you gag. That'll be the last cock you gag in the Army. Is that fucking soldier for life? That right there. What's your warrior? Oh, my warrior's fucking sitting on a fucking street corner with a fucking sign that says "We'll kill for food." But anyway, I'm sorry.
I mean, in Chicago, that's not a bad idea.
Actually, that's why it makes money. It's actually kind of looking into those folks. Throwing my resume out there. By the way, anybody have any contacts for the cartels?
There's a bar.
Yeah, I have no doubt. There's probably plenty of bars. No, I'm sorry. I default. Oh yeah. So about 4.5 months. Yeah, I was. I actually came in. We were about 3 days from starting a class, and I was like, my boss had talked to me that morning. He's like, "You're not teaching, dude. You're done. You got to transition, bro." And I was like, "No, I'm totally teaching." He's like, "No, you're really not." And I went into the office and I told everybody, I was like, "Hey, I'm not teaching this round. I gotta get ready." And this person who was not combat arms, not that matters. He or she, "Hey, I appreciate your selfless dedication to duty." And I fucking lost my shit. I fucking swiped my fucking desk clear and was like, "Dedication to duty?" I was like, "For 22 fucking years I've been doing this shit." I was like, "It's time to take care of me now." I was like, "You're fucking dedication to duty." And I mean, I fucking, in classic Mac mode, fucking lost my shit. I mean, so much to the point that she went and talked to our boss to say she was in fear for her life.
Oh my God.
And that was pretty much what started my transition. So they didn't have to come to work anymore after that. I totally moonwalked my way out of the NCO Academy and transitioned. So yeah, that was that's how it started, about 4.5 months. And just this mountain of shit to get done. I had to do, my transition stuff, the mandatory Army transition stuff. By the way, totally take that shit seriously. It's like the only program in the Army that actually works, because they actually teach you some good shit. I mean, obviously it's based on who's teaching the class, how dedicated they are to it. I had a retired first sergeant that found it very useful and actually parlayed that into a career outside of the Army. So he went through transition and he's like, "Oh shit, I can do this." So yeah, and that's what he does now. He goes and teaches transition classes. I was like, fucking sweet gig, bro.
Relevant stuff.
Teach.
It absolutely was. I mean, some of it, was definitely geared towards a lot of the junior dudes, how to fill out a job application. I'm like, well, I know I haven't done it in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's still the same, name, address, work experience. Oh, for some reason, everyone at work thinks that I am a people person. And I actually had to take one of my subordinate leaders aside. By the way, not a subordinate leader. That's not a word that they understand. But one of my supervisors to the side in a moment of weakness. And I was like, I hate people. I hate everyone. And they had this shocked look on their face. And I'm like, I wear a mask, dude. 90% of the time I was in the Army, I wore a mask. I was like, you don't let people fucking know who you actually are. I was like, y'all think, oh, hey, bring it to Mike. He seems like a decent guy. He's always walking around talking to people. And I'm like, yeah, I do, because that's what you pay me to do. I was like, honestly, if you didn't come to work tomorrow, I wouldn't give. And if somebody was like, hey, this guy died, I'd be like, oh man, that sucks. What, did he die from like smoking crack? Because, that's what they do in civilian world. Although now, in retrospect, having listened to some of your episodes, apparently some of our folks were smoking crack too.
I mean, you can.
But
hey, at least no one was on bad.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
that was when I went to Alpha Company. That was a nice way to end my time in the 82nd.
It's okay. Here in this honest to God true story, I'm not gonna say which group, but an entire team in 10th group tested positive for crack cocaine.
Hey man,
not one,
stay awake, bro.
not two, not cocaine.
Hey, that's a team that does everything together.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? We need to get this stuff done today, and there's only one way. Work and dedication? No.
All right, listen, boys. I need you guys to stay up for 2 weeks straight.
All right, guys.
We're not gonna have any.
We're going to do this.
The version I picture is like 3/4 of the team are like, we're going to get high as shit, and we're going to make some brownies to make sure we all go down together.
So one guy brings that vape pen that just happens to be crack cocaine. Hey man, you got normal cigarettes in that? This one's cigarettes. This is crack. Shit. Nope, they're both crack.
Wait. No, this one's cotton candy. This one's crack. Which,
I mean, honestly, honest mistake. It just.
I got good news, guys. That one's not PCP. Oh, okay.
Man, I didn't know USF guys like to get wet.
I just want to be at that friggin' drug abuse class with the entire team and that one asshole junior 18 echo. Sorry guys, I didn't know it was crack.
Probably a former sailor. That's what the problem is there.
I mean, protein shake for everybody.
Crack.
The whole thing.
Oh man. Yeah.
Anyways,
you never know. People.
Sucks.
What's that?
Transitioning sucks.
Oh.
But anyways.
Yeah.
So
no matter who you are and what you're transitioning, it sucks.
Today's podcast is sponsored by the Ukrainian Resistance Forces. You have a choice in fighting for your country. So join the Ukrainians.
Join the Ukrainian rebels, whoever you're fighting for.
Transair.
I actually know a whole bunch of people that would gladly go fight with the Ukrainian rebels.
Oh my goodness!
I actually know a Ukrainian that would go help the Russians too. We actually worked with him in Afghanistan. I specifically remember saying, "You're from Ukraine," and he'd be like, "Yeah, but I'm Russian."
Yeah.
I think he also sang the Russian national anthem to the Afghans on the 4th of July when we were on patrol. Like, yeah,
die.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Hey, how come they're all facing us now? Well,
don't do that thing you're doing. Like, it's making them matter. Like, I don't know what the words are, but stop. They look really pissed.
Things are definitely going wrong. Oh.
Good job, Slop.
So, Mac, when did you take some time off, or did you go straight into work?
Well, I was lucky that I transitioned during the beginning of the pandemic, 417,000 years ago.
Lord.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
The before times.
I actually had a hiatus. I was out of work for about 2 months. Luckily, I had just enough savings to last through, and I didn't have any hiccups in my retirement pay, which was weird.
Nice.
So, by the way, we're going to talk about that when you say the word retirement to civilians. They have an entirely different idea of what that is. Like, I don't know how many people have told, oh, well, you got retirement. So, dickhead, it's literally 42% of what I made back when I had a full-time job. So it's not that bad. It's not that good.
My favorite part is the privileged people that hear that version of retirement and say, no, you shouldn't be able to be allowed to have retirement and work another job. That's not right. You don't deserve that. And it's like, oh, okay.
It's
how about I kill you and wear your skin?
Hey, I'll be one of those dudes living in a cardboard box, wearing his fucking multicam pants, coming out every now and then to fucking ask for change at Walmart. That'll be good.
It's like,
thanks a lot, you cocksucker.
That's one of the few times where moving to California actually benefits you.
And you can shit on the street. I heard that's okay. Like,
I
encourage it.
There's an app for it.
So,
it's actually what Greg and I will be doing here shortly. We're just going to move to California, shit on the streets, and collect up all that free California money. For being
I actually heard they're going to build you guys tiny homes. So that's
tiny homes,
pretty awesome.
With a tiny electric vehicle to tow it behind.
Yeah.
Tiny home.
I hope they make tiny homes and suicide booths, and they get confused constantly. I can't wait till that one's open. People keep moving in and they just keep leaving.
Oh, man. You keep bringing them out on those stretchers. Oh, well. Must be so awesome.
Wasn't there a country that started doing suicide booths?
Yeah, I think we covered it in one of the earlier podcasts.
We definitely did.
Yeah.
Sounds like something Iran would do, maybe. I don't know.
Iran wouldn't waste the space. They just put you in a box. Stone you.
I'm not that. Shut up.
Shut up. You will be after 400 stones.
Oh.
Oh.
Great times.
All right. So without getting yourself fired from your new position, what are you currently doing these days?
So I when I got out, I went and worked at a warehouse as a warehouse supervisor. And then in true by the way, true transition fashion, a year after that, I went ahead and rage quit. Which that was awesome. I mean, there was no, hey, maybe he'll be back tomorrow, because I literally told my new boss that she could go fuck herself. So yeah, she could go fuck herself, and then I chucked my ID card into her boss's office on my way out the door.
Nice.
And I was about halfway home before I realized, fuck. I probably should have had something lined up prior to this.
Common misconception.
Yeah. That'll work out. It'll be fine.
The fun part is I did the same thing when I was a warehouse supervisor.
I remember something about siphoning gas, but that's
miserable.
Oh yeah, I had to do that too. But that was natural. It came natural.
Oh, I bet.
He run back in the smoke pit. I was ready for it.
The thing is when he was siphoning, he was trying to swallow. It just doesn't work.
It worked. It was just very uncomfortable.
You're not supposed to swallow or gargle the gas, Greg.
It was diesel.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was fine. It's fine then. If it was diesel, it was fine.
So real story though, I really used to throw cigarettes at Mac. Whenever all the platoon sergeant would come out and be like, we got a detail, I would just start throwing Marlboro Reds at him. Like, not this guy. You pick somebody else. I'm giving you cigarettes. I never got picked. Never got picked for the detail.
No, it still works. Oh, you seem like you're in a bad mood. Want to take a smoke break? Yeah, actually, I do. Let's go do that. Instead of whatever.
It's obvious that Mac hated people, so you just don't talk to him. You just throw cigarettes at him. You just take
cigarettes or coffee.
Don't say my name. Take that.
Yeah. It's so anyways, I work at a food processing plant now. No, it's fucking miserable.
It sucks dick.
It's number one, we only make two things. Cheese sticks and French toast sticks.
Ooh, delicious.
And I will never have fucking mozzarella sticks or French toast sticks for that matter ever again. You know when Mike Rowe does all those behind the scenes of, how does it work? Yeah. No, you don't want to see that in more than a 30-minute increment because that will make you not want to do that ever.
Let me guess. String cheese has a high contamination ratio.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, come on, man. You got
pineapple juice.
I work third shift. You have to
That's what I buy it for.
Got to get them stringy shots.
You know what's funny is that it's actually not checked in any of the recipe portions at all. That is not a safety check. Semen? Nope, not on the list. Look for recipes.
Gentlemen, we have got to launch an investigation on this because there is somebody jacking off in that string cheese.
You got to stop. You're not going to like what you find.
No, you're not.
Some questions are better left unanswered.
Anymore.
And those French toast sticks, those are like the best things on deployment.
At least back in the day, like the FDA would allow, like they can come in for like a fucking inspection, and you could have a fucking cockroach just sitting there swimming in your product, and they'd be like, "Well, one's allowed."
One severed penis. All right. So I found this out, which I did not know. There are, now that Greg brought up the FDA, so there are USDA food plants. There are FDA food plants. And then there are the plants that I work at, which we get an audit once a year.
Oh, shit.
And in between that audit and the next one, it's like, oh man, I hope you guys don't fuck anybody up with listeria. Yeah, me too.
Bye now.
All right. Hey, did we pass? Oh, we got a C. Awesome.
Hey, yo, Steve.
Get it up.
Go ahead and start raining drops in that bucket of cheese, dog. You got it.
Clean.
The feds is gone. Back to work, boys. Yeah.
So I work third shift, which, by the way, at almost 50 years of age, no, it sucks. Yeah. But when you quit your job and you need one, you pretty much, they're like, hey, this is what we have open. And I was like, good enough.
Hey, serious question, Mac.
Yes.
Are you willing to move?
No.
Do you hear what he gets to do in the cheese sticks? I don't think he wants to do anything else.
And so Greg, in absolute honesty, I actually had a chance to go back home up to Massachusetts to go work with. I'd be making missiles, dude. Yeah, how rock star is that? Not to
it could be blowing up Russians and Ukrainians.
They make up penises on a daily basis.
They let you put way more cum in those things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you get to tell people about it.
Thing. I'm like, oh, I got it! Woohoo! From America with love. But we decided no, because we weren't gonna. I had opportunities to go work at Bragg, but again, I'm not going to North Carolina. Unfortunately, we're just in a position now. Here's the thing.
So
it's all
the cheese and French toast stick factory is not the dream gig.
No, oh god, no. It's so get the like right now. I'm on COVID like leave.
Nice.
Yeah. By the way,
let him into this chat room.
super awesome. No, you can't get it that way. At least now. So I got vaccinated because my job was threatened, and they were like, "Oh, if you don't get vaccinated, you're gonna get fired." And I was like, "Well, I kind of need this fucking job," so I got vaccinated, and then I got fucking Omicron. So that was pretty sweet. I thought I had a fucking cold, and because I didn't want to go back to work, I called in 2 days in a row. Now I was sick, but I could have fucking gone to work. And so on day 2, the boss is like, "Well, are you sure you'll be all right?" And I was like, "I'm going to go get a COVID test tomorrow just to be safe." And as soon as I threw the word COVID test out, like I had to go fucking do it. But then because of the shortage of tests, I got another day off.
Nice.
And then I went and got my test, and I hadn't been home. Like literally, there's an urgent care like right down the street. And it took me about 10 minutes to get home. Within 5 minutes of me being home, they called and they're like, "Hey, Mr. McKenzie, can you verify your date of birth?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's because that's when I was born, was blah, blah." And
blah, blah, long ago.
and they're like, "You're positive for COVID." And I was like, "You're full of shit." They're like, "No, according to this test, you totally got it, dude."
You got COVID and AIDS.
I already knew about the AIDS, man. That's not new. You know, and the herp and, you know, some other.
Well, I'm going to send you a cash or a check for $45,000, and you can keep all the money. Just send me $2,000 back.
But yeah, so I call up my boss and I was like, "Hey man, yeah, I'm not going to be at work for like however long you tell me." And yeah, so the HR called the next day and they're like, "Yeah, you can't come back for 10 days." And I was like, "Well, that's awesome." I was like, and then I was talking to my boss and he's like, "Well, you take vacation time." I'm like, yeah. So that is an interesting view into what my priorities and what my wife's priorities are, which hers are probably way more squared away because I was like, "Fucking vacation! I don't have to go to that shithole." And she's like, "How are we going to pay our bills?" And I was like,
We still have those?
"Babe, we're retired. We're making the big money."
You don't understand. We're retired.
What do you mean, bills? I'm playing Battlefield for the next 10 days. Woo!
Send the bills right back.
Yeah, just tell them we don't want to do that anymore.
Just tell them I'm not working. They'll understand.
Forward them all to Uncle Joe Biden. He'll take care of them. I'm good for it.
Go, Brandon.
Pay the bills, old man.
You know what? Actually, watching him as president, I think I'm going to run. Back 2024. I mean, my campaign slogan is literally going to be, "I can't be any worse than this dude."
Just put your age and his age.
I can say coherent sentences.
Make sure you put your GT score on that.
Oh, dude, I would fucking kill it, bro. Fucking put my ASVAB next to fucking good old Uncle Joe's.
We need to get a guy literally named Brandon to run against him.
Oh, yeah.
So you can just chant, "Let's go, Brandon." Yeah.
He'd actually get people to vote for the guy. Hey, man, go out there and vote for Brandon. Come on.
Right, let's go, Brandon. Yeah. By the way, that dude who talked to him during the NORAD thing, possibly the awesomest dude ever.
Yeah.
So, just so clueless.
The poor guy got so much shit from everybody that loves him.
Brandon. Yeah, you're right. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah.
I can't wait till that dude gets suicided.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about the
Just like Jeffrey.
And the
Hi,
Let's Go Brandon guy.
Hey, are you Mr. Let's Go Brandon? Why, yes, I got.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh, man, another one of himself.
I want to let you in on a little secret. We've got a new segment. We're gonna
marry one, fuck one, kill one. Brand new segment.
And now you gotta fuck, kill one of us, and marry one of us.
Wait, I got a list. I'm good for this one. I've been working on it for damn near 10 years. How far back we going?
It's all hell.
Yeah, he's done. I mean, that dude he wouldn't even survive the first cut. Hey, come here, lads.
It'd be like Helton, Rose, and...
Oh, God, dude. No.
I'd say Dyke House, but you guys don't know Dyke House.
Number one.
Sigraves.
Sigraves.
Every now and then,
him too.
Facebook. Hey, people you might know, and I'm like,
I have a clear
Funny you say
visualization.
that. We need you to talk to him and get us because we want to get on the podcast.
We are trying to connect the entire Biko family.
I just refuse to get on Facebook. So
It's a rogues gallery of gentlemen that we need to find. We got to start off with. We got to find a jumping off point. We got to find Johnson. Got to get him. See
Who
how
else
his.
can we follow up?
oh, and his sale and his
Brandon Johnson?
kids.
Yeah, with the tail kid, the primate kid.
Dude, he lives like the next town over from me.
Yeah, well,
You got it in.
we got to get him on.
Brooks.
Brooks, yeah. He last I heard he was a cop.
That's what I heard, Wilkes County.
Not surprised me. Remember, he said he was going to go do that. I'm going to go be a cop in Wilkes County. I'm like, oh, well, a place I'll never fucking go.
I'm surprised he's been on jail.
Yeah, the chances of him tearing this country apart or what's his face Chauvin, that was pretty close. I think that was a coin toss.
Yeah.
I would not have been shocked if it was James Daniel Brooke kneeling on some guy. I'd be like, ooh, yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Those little Michael Jackson face.
We're gonna have to eventually get Rose, so we're gonna have to jump on that. We have to find Rose. The sooner the better. We'll knock that one out. It'll be a quick one. Not everybody gets a full episode. Rose can get a 5-minute. We'll have somebody dial in like,
Where are they?
Where are they now? Rose,
Where
some people want to. Some people want to talk to you. I'm not a sergeant anymore.
Oh, God.
I want it to look like one of those 90s movies where they do the montage where they get the band back together and you go encounter the guys. And then as we see the bad ones, just if you watch the news, you'll notice names getting picked off one by one. I think I'm from Miko. What is this? It's like a week apart for each one.
So if you've got any contact information for any of the Biko guys, send them to Paul or myself or Greg. We're going to start.
Don't send them to me, Mac. I'm secretly like you. I hate most fucking people. I just don't send them to me.
Greg, we all hate most fucking people.
There's like 5 people that I like, and 3 of them are in this room right now. So
I honestly would love to show screenshots of the text messages that we had about finding people. And I'm straight up like, nah, most of them are cunts. Don't worry about it.
Which brings me to the positive topic for tonight. Memory. We got to build ways.
That's a rough topic right now in my household, man.
what, memories?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a tough one.
You gotta develop systems for keeping yourself in check when you realize that your memory's not all there.
Hey, no, that's like some serious shit. I literally have a whiteboard that sits off to the side of my TV to remind me of shit that I'm supposed to do, so I don't piss off my wife.
Yeah, I do a lot of whiteboards. The other thing is not being afraid of tech, which Greg can again plug his latest tech tool, which we're going to use for the next segment because we all got questions for you. But one of the things that I realized about my memory is you can get really sad and get really beat up about it, or
is that a fucking pager, Mac?
Fucking flip phone.
Hey, is that the Z Fold?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Z Flip, sorry.
Sorry,
Z Flip,
tech.
right?
Because there's a notepad on this fucking thing.
But that's the Flip, right?
It is. It's the shit.
Motherfucker, because I got the Fold.
Oh, what's
They're called
this?
Filipinos.
Yeah.
Greg.
I got the goddamn fold right here, son.
I can listen to fucking whatever that stupid Korean boy band shit is all day.
Mine's just that one. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yours is
I
bigger.
just want one that folds into all different types.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. Thank you, Mac.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm here for you, buddy.
He said yours is bigger. I'm blushing.
That's literally the only time you're going to hear that. But yeah, so remember, as we get older, or for some of you that are like me and Paul and Gregory and Mac, it's not because we're old, it's because we just hit the LZ without a lot of preparation really hard in our heads. So
I believe it's called the Aaron Hernandez syndrome.
We sat down before JMPI was done because we just didn't want to stand up anymore. You got checked. Yeah, Roger. I got checked. You sure about that? Oh, yeah, definitely. I taste blood. I hit my head so hard I taste blood.
Oh,
it's impossible. You're champion. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I really should go to the FLA. No, you're fine. Yep. I'll just...
I was carrying a shitload of notebooks and losing notebooks left and right. But what I realize is, it's probably not the best idea when you already have memory problems to carry a bunch of notebooks. So do yourself a favor. Stop being scared to pick up a tablet or start using your cell phone more for your reminders. Use your calendar stuff in there. I was huge at using the paper calendar for some reason. Like I was Murder, She Wrote, having like fucking my notebooks.
Sorry, I just realized I was combing my hair the wrong way. I was like, oh, you fucker. It's reverse.
Technology.
It's really spooky when you get that hit list like mixed up with your wife's birthday guest list. Like, kind of have one of those lapses. Like, really, I didn't really expect this one, but oh wait, no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Why is Rose here?
Yeah.
I didn't invite you to the birth. Oh shit.
Well, it looks like all your friends are single.
But yeah, my calendar app's become my best friend lately. I've been using it a lot more. For some reason, I like my paper calendar. It's a lot easier for me. And I'm like, no, it's not. Nobody wants to see the dude walking around with a fucking sheet of paper with his fucking weekly schedule. Put that shit on your phone. Help yourself out. Use tech. You don't have to sit there and be unhappy and memory. You just have to say, hey, what can I do today to make it better? Take a few steps. Greg, tell us about your new wonderful device and how do you use it?
Well, it's pretty remarkable.
Oh! Get it?
Fucking faggot.
That's the name of the device.
It's a remarkable.
But that thing has like templates for all sorts of shit. Your to-do list.
Well,
fucking
time out. So if we're gonna shit on the remarkable for 2 seconds, the templates are horrible.
Wait, are we? Is that what we're doing? We just have a sponsor.
That's not what we're doing. We're helping people.
However,
and giving them an idea of what to go out there and buy.
Allows you to go into a developer mode.
Ooh.
And you can, upload your own templates quite easily.
Nice.
And now I have templates for every month where I can record everything I'm doing.
Awesome.
Daily notes.
Can it track your Menzies as well?
Yeah, totally. No.
Can it track your GPS? And is there a way to turn that off if you're...
No.
Okay.
It's quite clean in
Track.
that regard.
They're still going to track.
Clean.
All right. Greg, on your amazing, remarkable tablet, do you have questions that you pre-wrote for Mac?
Yeah. Let's see. I wanted to see if you had any new old man hobbies, but I can tell by your backboard you do. So we're gonna skip that one. I was gonna ask about knitting.
I'm gonna tell you right now that fucking
by your back. I'm not done, sir. I'm not done, sir. You're interrupting.
Things bedazzled.
I was gonna ask about knitting, but clearly by your bedazzled backboard, you do. So good job. Do you read newspapers?
No, but I read news online.
I'm not interested in that.
Okay, go fuck yourself. All right.
Have
If
you
you
picked
read
up any
this
hearing
at
aids yet?
times, you wouldn't read newspapers either.
Well, I was just trying to investigate your lifestyle as a retired senior NCO. I just kind of assumed that it was nothing but black coffee. I almost said another C word, but we're trying to keep this
Some of that,
at least
from time to
rated
time.
R. We're not going M yet.
You are
It's
so
hard.
professional.
Hard out here in the hood.
You got any future endeavors besides mozzarella sticks and long stringy fucking French toast?
Yeah, I'm actually there's two jobs. One that I'm working on, which actually sounds really, really good. And that's actually being an operations manager for a construction company.
We should talk about this.
I mean, we could, but right now I'm getting the runaround from the hiring guy. I believe they refer to them as a manager. By the way, these will become the worst human beings that you will ever meet when you transition out of the Army. Because they're going to give you the HR equivalent of thank you for your service. Which if I hear one more time, oh, you have a really
And it's gone.
Yeah, I know.
All that appreciation for your service, it's gone.
Yeah, that's it. That's like literally, I can't stand here in the phrase, oh, you have a very impressive resume. Yeah, no shit. I did some things. Thanks.
Thank you. I was there.
Yeah, I was there. I'm the asshole that wrote this. I don't know if you know that. I was there. I was there when I did it. I know it's impressive. Now give me a job. But there's that, and I'm also trying to get back into security work, but it does not pay well, even though it's something that I really, really enjoy. So if I can get the money to equal where I need to be, then I'll probably go do that.
Ukraine wants border guards.
Dude, if I wasn't willing to move to Texas, I'm definitely not willing to move to Ukraine.
You probably wouldn't be there very long.
I probably wouldn't be there for very long either. I'd be in Russia.
I mean, you can make a lot of money traveling there for 2-3 weeks tops. Slight chance you will be arrested by the Russians.
Open the border gate and just walk away.
Yeah, we're fine.
It's like
I mean, look, we got open borders. It's working out for us, so you know. Same immigration.
More questions?
I was gonna ask him about Boba Fett, but I'm tired of that topic.
Yeah, we've killed that. He's killed us.
Yeah,
Disney killed Boba Fett. Disney killed
Boba
They
Fett.
they did.
Yeah.
No, one of the
All right,
big
Paul.
ones was the whole civilian life thing, but we know that he's getting them 12-shot stringy shots every day.
Oh yeah,
Lots of pineapple juice and
it's. I feel
stringy
like
shots all through the production lines.
honestly, I feel like Billy Madison for the for the fact of I want to grab the kids outside the transition office and be like, stay here for as long as you can.
Don't let them run you off.
Not good. Well, you think you're going to go to college and you're going to get a job and you're going to be able to do what you want to do, but guess what? No. You're not going to do any of those things. Stay in the Army. It's way easy. In fact, I know pension speech when I'm in the Army.
There are some good opportunities out there if you're willing to travel a little bit.
Yeah.
I love that you can emphasize it. The worst thing that can happen to you is you die, and people are like, that's terrible. And you're like, no, you don't have to worry about any of this shit anymore. Like, I mean,
and it's over. I mean, it's pretty much the act of worrying about.
It's getting pretty spicy in the Army right now, and not in like a dangerous way, but like in a free thought 1984 type of way.
Yeah. I went to the Army because they didn't have that kind of shit. Like, I didn't want to think about who I was and what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted somebody to tell me. So I worked for that guy.
Bend thy knees, boy.
Yeah, but we all have masters.
Bend
So.
thy knee.
Oh, Mac,
Does this make sense?
Questions.
You're not paid to think.
A few questions before we wrap up.
honestly,
Mac, have you had to deal with the VA much yet? And if you
Are you
have,
kidding?
any pro tips?
Yes, go to your local VA office, find out who does the claims, murder that person, and then hopefully you get a better one.
No.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Cut it.
No.
Cut it.
No, really. So let's backtrack a little and talk about the different forms of retirement.
Yes.
This is probably the best piece of advice that I can give. So you have your standard 20-year retirement. At 19 years, you can put in, and you've got a year to transition out. Then you get your folks that are over 20. That's where I was at. And they don't care. They're like, hey, when do you want to get out next week? And no, I think there's some stuff I'm supposed to do. And they're like, no, you could totally get out next week. Obviously, you're ready. And no, there's some stuff I want to do. So over 20, it's not like next week, but you can get out within 4 months if you wanted to, once you're over 20. And then there's the whole med board process. And what a lot of people don't understand is you can med board at over 20. And I really wish I had looked into that. Because that is absolutely the bestest, most perfectest way to get everything that the VA owes you, because it is part of the med board process, is to streamline your VA benefits when you get out. And so I did over 20. I took almost a year, and then I fucked off, and 4.5 months out, I was like, oh shit, but if I could do it again, I would have actually fought for a med board. And went out. For the last 18 months, I've been fighting with the VA over benefits. And they're like I had reconstructive knee surgery on my left knee, and they're like, oh no, that's good. That's like 10%. I'm like, it doesn't work the way what it did.
It's bad surgery.
I
like
dragged my leg.
You fixed it, but you didn't fix it. I got out of the Army on a permanent profile because you realized you didn't fix it. And it's 10%? And they're like, oh, yeah, that's like really high for like knee. And which I have x-rays that prove I have no cartilage in my knee. They're like, service connected, but with a 0% rating. Because like you have a need there. I'm like, yeah, but all the parts that go to that knee like don't exist anymore, except for like the cap and like some ligaments that are like hanging on for your life, like a kid on a friggin' merry-go-round, going at Mach 2. And they're like, no, but it's a knee, So you came in with a knee, you're leaving with a knee. Yeah, I'm like
somehow
horrible.
all the employees that work at CIF and all the employees that work in the VA need to swap. Hey, I have this canteen and it doesn't work. Well, it's a canteen though, and you have it, so it does what nobody's gonna. You didn't drink out of it. It's a piece of crap. Oh, okay, thanks. Hey, this is my knee. That knee looks nothing like the way it was when you came in. We are going to fix that thing. It's unacceptable. I don't care who you pay or what you do. That's not the knee you're going to get out with. Like, all right, yeah.
Like, I totally, absolutely agree with that idea.
And they're always happy, and they just kiss you all. Next soldier, get over here, baby.
There's a pair of brown underwear we gave you 25 years ago, and we need those back. I don't think. No, I need those exact pair. Like,
baby,
here's the cereal. Yeah.
Don't bring me the stuff that's wrapped up in plastic like you just got at the PX. We need the actual undies that we need.
We're not going to issue them back to anybody else ever again, but we need those back.
Seriously though, I got charged like $200 for a fucking rucksack
Fuck.
because I had to cut the straps off because that's what the 82nd fucking told me to do.
Oh shit.
Well,
And they were like, you modified it. And I was like, but I was told to do that. And they were like,
Your chain of command.
you
would tell to do
modified
something
it. We're
like
going to
that.
have to charge you for that. And I was like, well, can I keep it if you're going to charge me for it? And they're like, it's already behind the counter. And I was like, you fucking asshole.
And then the man reached over the counter, jerked you off, and slapped you across the face with your own seed.
Well, they actually charged me like $65 for my e-tool, but I hadn't handed it over yet, so I kept it.
I didn't have my BDU IBA or the 9mm or whatever's or the plates, which we exchanged the plates. We turned them in and exchanged them for tan. Like, you have to get one. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can't legally buy that.
Yeah.
I had one that I turned in. It doesn't matter where I got it, but they asked no questions. Hey, you legally can't buy this anywhere. Hey, okay, here you go. Like, no good. You put me in a lose-lose situation and ask no questions. Like,
that's like when you had to buy his helmet. Yeah.
And I remember coming in and it was like, hey, you got a Kevlar? Yep, I need your Kevlar. Okay. When do I get my Kevlar back? No. When the next guy comes in, you get out, you can have his Kevlar. Wait, what I just do? It's like, that's how it works. You're the new guy. We took your Kevlar. He needed to get out. You'll understand someday. Like,
oh yeah, that really works when you're trying to turn in a $10,000 hand receipt at the end of your career, by the way.
they don't care about those guys. They're private stuff.
That stuff was totally prorated.
That's awesome.
Don't worry, we're going to pay a fraction of the cost.
Oh yeah, which is
light infantry
still way more.
Appreciates.
Don't you buy these in bulk for like $100 a piece?
Yeah, but yours is $10,000.
You're raising your voice, Sergeant.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that people need to understand in the military is your equipment, the cost of it, it does gain interest. It does not depreciate at all. Like, you get it and they're like, yeah, it's worth $500. And after 10 years, they're like, yeah, it's worth $15,000, sir. And you're like, it's
a collector's item now.
An ammo pouch.
Ironically, it is less effective. Enemy bullets go through them much easier, but it's worth more money.
That's a BDU ammo pouch circa
You don't
2006.
make it anymore. That's how collectible it is.
Mac, another question. Now that you're out, have you been able to maximize family time? Obviously, military life is a lot more chaotic, but have you seen the relationships and bonds with your family get better and improve? Or is civilian life just as chaotic?
No, it was really good until I messed up and quit just a peach job because I felt like they treated me like an idiot. And now I work third shift and I'm a zombie and I see everybody for about 2 hours a day. And during that 2 hours a day, I'm sitting in front of the television like, so they see me. That's about it.
I have a question for you, Mac.
So, yeah, to answer your question, yeah, it was good. Then I fucked up and it was not good. Or it's not good currently, but hopefully someday it will be good again.
So
Mac,
this
I'll get you a job working half the year, sub 6 figures.
This isn't
Right
your
at 6
first time
figures.
getting out of the Army, Mac. You've done this one at a time.
Yeah,
How do those two scenarios compare?
what? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Was the support better when you got out? You got out for a different reason before. Yeah. Was the support better then or now? I have assumed support got better than when I got out in 2009.
It's definitely gotten better. So the Army, like I was saying earlier, the Soldier for Life program is actually way better. There's also a lot more organizations that are out there that are willing to help you out. The veterans population and the activity of the veterans population is actually way better. People are a lot more, I don't want to say accepting, but like when you get to that point, you're like, yeah, I'm going to call it a career. it seems like people are a lot more like, you're quitting the team. That's the way the mentality used to be. And now it's like, okay, well, it's time for you to go ahead and take care of yourself. So, and I think that a lot of that has changed. So yes, I would say it's definitely gotten better. And when they say Soldiers for Life, they're not kidding. Like I could go down to the Soldier for Life place right now and be like, hey man, what do you got for contacts? And they'd be like, oh, hey, we got these 3 things. Oh, well, none of them are fucking
Mac, before
stupid.
we go, you got any sound advice for anybody that's transitioning out of the military?
You can flip burgers, man. Yes. So, number one of the things they're going to talk about is networking.
Yes.
And I've never been a big networker. Like, I have a network of hooligans that I deal with.
Hooligans.
Roll back to Halo, people.
That'd be you guys.
Worm sign.
Anyone
But,
accept our jobs.
So it's actually interesting you bring that up, Paul. That reminds me, I have to ask you a question before we finish this up. But
I haven't watched it.
networking is actually super fucking important. So do that. Absolutely don't think, well, all right, you gotta walk this razor's edge. Be confident in what you know and don't undersell yourself. I was doing that. I was like, oh man, I only have these skills, so I can like kill people for the mafia, or I go break doors for the police. And it wasn't until I really branched out and started to look at stuff in more of an abstract, or not abstract, but really look at some of the things that I learned, operational planning, logistics, and some of the soft skills that
Mentoring
we
and
have
coaching.
to do our job, but we don't necessarily think are our job.
Yeah.
And be confident in that, but don't be so overconfident that you're like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna land a fucking sweet ass gig. And then you end up where I was at, which literally I took the job that would pay me the most money at the time. I started as a temp worker at the warehouse, as a temporary supervisor with no guaranteed job, because I was at a point that I needed fucking work. And then I got overly confident in that job after they hired me, and I was like, oh, fuck you, I'll get a new job. And then I was like, oh, now I work at a fucking food factory. So yeah, walk that fine edge. Learn how to transition your skills, because civilians, like, if you read my resume, you'd be like, what the fuck did this clown fucking do? Because I have no ranks. I have no positions. The only way that you know it's military is by the company. I put, battalion, whatever, on there, but everything else is totally transitioned into civilian words that civilian HR managers understand. Direct reports, soldiers, associates, soldiers, department, platoon, organization, division, all the shit that fucking that they can look at and it actually makes sense. They're like, oh, this is very impressive. We're not going to give you a job, but it's totally impressive. And definitely do something like take every fucking interview that you can get or that they offer. And even if you don't want that job, I took some interviews for jobs that I knew I wasn't going to, because they weren't going to meet my price point. It's something that I didn't want to do. But I took the interview anyways to go ahead and ratchet that experience. Because the interview process in the civilian world, like some people, it's like going to the board. It's nothing like going to the board. It's something that you absolutely 100% have to experience. and every interview is different. And you can't be rigid. You have to like actually be like a person in an interview. Because they know the commodity that they're getting. They understand you're going to come with leadership. They understand you're going to be a self-starter. That's another thing. Don't tell them that crap. They already know that's how you got in the. Sell them on the people aspect of what you do. Even if you're not a people person, you lie to them and say, "Oh yeah, just conflict resolution. Yes, that's what I do. I talk to people because you gotta communicate." And again, like I said, people at work, they think I'm a people person. I fucking hate people. But I look really good when I'm out there talking to people. I'm like, oh yes, tell me about your problems. Oh, I care.
And that's where the mozzarella cheese comes from.
Servant leadership. That's how the cheese is made. Servant leadership is a big thing that civilian companies are into now. They have no idea what it is. Sell them on the people aspect of what you do. Even if you're not a people person, you lie to them and say, "Oh yeah, just conflict resolution. Yes, that's what I do. I talk to people because you gotta communicate." Again, like I said, people at work, they think I'm a people person. I fucking hate people. But I look really good when I'm out there talking to people. I'm like, oh yes, tell me about your problems. Oh, I care.
And that's where the mozzarella cheese comes from.
Servant leadership. That's how the cheese is made. Servant leadership is a big thing that civilian companies are into now. They have no idea what it is.
Don't hit me again. I promise I'll stop.
Get back there. Get back there. Nobody cares. But my wife is having a baby. Nobody cares.
How many babies were born before today?
Oh, yeah, you're having a really bad day? Well, guess what? It's going to get worse because we're doing a jump at midnight.
Great non-McKenzie servant leadership quote. What do you need vacation for? Your baby's going to be dead in 30 days. Of another week off.
Well, do you have one last question for Mac before we take off?
I think I covered it. Yeah, just kind of the whole wondering how the two processes combined and how they look. Yeah. But what's this about Dune, Mac? I know we're going to Dune.
Oh yeah, no. So did you watch the new one?
I haven't. I rented it the other day to watch the kids, and they like kind of pooped out on me. And then I explained it to them when I was taking it back, and they were like, "This one's really cool." I'm like, "Yes, it's really cool."
So number one,
remakes.
if you like the original, you have to grade this on a totally different thing because it's totally different. Yeah, scale. Yeah, hold on, let me put that fucking word on my phone, you dick.
Because this one's good, is what you're saying. It's not Sting dancing around in a leotard.
Hey, well, see, I grew up with that. I actually love that movie.
I like that part.
And who doesn't want to see Sting dance around in his underwear? And I have now lost respect for you, Paul, for having said that.
Okay with that.
Yeah, you were here, and now you're here.
I can't see your camera, so it doesn't matter.
But no, it's awesome. Watch it. It's but be prepared. They definitely set it up to be a trilogy to tell the story of the first movie the way it should have been done in 3 movies.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
I thought it was awesome. The cinematics are great. The actors are good. So yeah, ringing endorsement of New Dune.
Yeah, and we'll cover all 28.
I would totally tell anybody that hasn't read it, wait till we invade Iraq again as the United States and read it on your Iraq deployment. It is way worth it.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at my kids go back to that.
We'll let you all go. Thank you for joining us, Mac. Glad to have you back on, buddy.